Ever since the report of the helicopter crash that claimed the life of Iranian president and Iranian foreign minister with together other officials was reported on Sunday afternoon, there are a lot of questions that has been asked over media or social media. But I think this article written by Andrew Corey, Andrew, the last name is, I think, Andrew Corey-Bico. I hope I said it right, Andrew Corey-Bico, kind of sums it up, the general questions that are being asked, around this. This is now what it says. Now, Sunday's helicopter crash that claimed the lives of the Iranian president and foreign minister, two other VIPs, and the crew has been the subject of conspiracy theories since it happened, with some even implying that Azerbaijan was complicit in this incident, though that line of thought was discredited here. Now, I'm going to share the article with you now. This is the article, okay? Now, regardless of whatever the newly launched investigation determines was the cause, there are still 5 uncomfortable questions to be asked of Iran, which are as follows. So here I am sharing with the article here and his thought, because these are most of the questions that, as I have been trying to follow the news and the social media and the commentaries, because it's kind of some setup. That's why I'm bringing and sharing it with you. So it's not necessarily, it's not mine, but I'm sharing his, but it kind of, it's many people's question, and you will let us know in the comment section later, what do you think, whether you share the same question, what he is asking. Now, trying to elaborate what these 5 questions are, Andrew asks, the first question he's asking is, why were sorry, excuse me, why were 2 VIPs in the same helicopter? The other question is, why were VIPs traveling in US-made helicopters? Number 3, why wasn't there any signal from the crash site? Number 4, why did Iran even require Turkish assistance? Number 5, why did it take so long to get to the crash site? Okay, these are the questions. Now, number 1, for the one that says, why were 2 VIPs in the same helicopter? As you all know, it cannot be the 2 leaders, who are on high ranks in the government official, like a president and a foreign minister cannot fly together or cannot go together, because if something happens, so they have to avoid, one of them have to be at home or something, so they cannot travel together. That's what he is trying to refer. So why were 2 VIPs in the same helicopter? He asks, standard operational security is for VIPs to travel separately in case of accidents or assassination attempts. Yet Iran allowed its president and foreign minister to depart in the same helicopter. This is even more surprising considering that several of its military VIPs were recently assassinated after Israel bombed the Iranian consulate in Damascus. Now, one would have thought that Iran wouldn't take any chance after that, but such thinking was clearly wrong after witnessing what just happened on Sunday. Now, Andrew Corey-Bico, for those who are interested, he's a Russian but America-based writer. That's what it says, at least on his Twitter profile. The second question he asks is that why were VIPs traveling in the US-made helicopters? I think he's trying to, given their relationship with US, so that's why he's saying with the US in US-made helicopters. Now, This is how he elaborates that everyone knows that Western sanctions have had an adverse effect on the Iranian economy, but few would have thought that Iran was still reportedly relying on decades-old US-made helicopters for transporting its VIPs. It already sealed a deal for Russian-made attack helicopters and even fighter just last winter, according to its deputy defense minister. So it's unclear why it didn't purchase regular Russian helicopters, whether then or sometime earlier, and instead still relies on those old US-made ones. Do we know? We don't know. I think still this is only relies only Iranian government can answer this. Now, number 3 is he raises why wasn't there any signal from the crash site? The then Iranian vice president claimed that contact was established with one of the passengers, yet for some reason the authorities couldn't geolocate the crash site afterwards. That might therefore have just a noble lie to manage the public's perception at the time. In any case, it's also interesting that the Turkish transport minister says that his country couldn't find a transponder signal during the search, which he speculated was either turned off or that old helicopter simply didn't have anymore. Wow. Number 4, the question he asks is that why did Iran even require Turkish assistance? Building upon the above, Iran requested Turkish assistance in searching for the crashed helicopter. By the way, the European Union also said that they have helped in locating it, and they were approached by the Iranian government. That's what they said. Specifically night vision equipped aircraft. That was a wise decision since it was a Turkish drone that ultimately located the crash site. But this begs the question of why Iran even required that country's help in the first place. Why not? It seems that Iran lacks night vision equipped aircraft, including drones, in totality. If that is the case, then this is a serious military technical shortcoming that must be urgently corrected. But Iran is known for its drone technology. I really don't know. And so is Turkey as well. Well, why did it take so long to get to the crash sites? That's the last question he raises. The helicopter reportedly crashed around 1:30 p.m. local time on Sunday, but rescuers didn't arrive at the crash site until around a whopping 12 hours later, sometime in the early hours of Monday morning. There was a heavy amount of fog, and the area is very mountainous and forested. But that just goes to show that the authorities can't promptly arrive at any point in the country, even during emergencies. It is now a lot easier to understand why various terrorist groups continue to operate inside of Iran. So these are the things now he is raising. It also, the article continues, this tragedy brought to light some serious questions that should be addressed by the Iranian authorities throughout the course of the investigation, or at least by their media surrogates during upcoming press appearances. Some of these are shocking, such as Iran's use of decades-old US helicopters for transporting its VIPs, while others are less scandalous, such as the amount of time it took to reach the crash site. Hopefully, some clarity will soon be forthcoming to counteract social media speculation. Hopefully there will be a clarification from the government of Iran. But that was the article. So let us know in the comment section if you share the same thoughts, the same question, like this, how, this writer summed it up. That's all I can say. I really don't know so much. And this only have to come, from the Iranian government. officials, only them can answer these questions. Perhaps for security reason, maybe nothing can be said now. Maybe there is a time for everything, but let us wait. Yeah, so that was it for now, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.